Back to the channel. I have an updated Proto T3 strategy available to you. It's very quick, it's very accessible. The Alluring Bella Strategy still works, there's nothing wrong with it. I just want to make this available in case you don't have Alluring Bella set up yet, but you happen to pull a Mei in your early game. The only mandatory Elune here is Mei, so if you don't have her, just use the Alluring Bella strat. Mei is important because on her S2, she has, when it's maxed out, she has 30% HP heal, okay, and the boss copies that using a mechanic named Anti-Magic Barrier. So he's going to copy that enhanced buff and he will end up healing himself for 30% of his health every time he takes a turn. Then we turn that healing into damage by landing a curse effect called Zombie, and we have a couple options to do that. We can use Mikazuki. On her S3 she has Zombie available for 3 turns. That does cost 6 souls. Compared to, we also have Corrupt Dana. So she's a rare debuffer. She has a curse zombie for 2 turns on her S2. So that would cost 4 souls. Those are your options for applying zombie. You could also use Reaper Dana, who has it available on her S3. But you got to realize that she has 50% chance of inflicting. So you're gambling there. And you can increase that to 80% if you use Nika. But just use one of the other two because you have that 100% inflict rate. So after you applied Zombie the boss, when he takes turns with that heal on him, that turns that healing into damage. The only other victory condition that you need is, so because of the fight mechanics, let me explain what happens. When he goes below 20% HP, he transitions into his burn phase. When he transitions, he takes an additional turn, okay? So right when he's at 37%, he's going to take 20% of his HP and go into that transition phase. So when he's at 37%, you need to make sure that he has 2 turns of heal on him, which he should have because of Mei, and 2 turns of zombie, which you need to go out of your way to make sure that this is met. This victory condition is met because he should have 1 or less turns left as zombie. So either reapply zombie using Corrupt Dana, spamming her S2, or you can bring Popo to refresh it just by landing his attack. I'm a fan of using Popo because it's not going to get resisted. If you land your attack, it will refresh the zombie that's on the boss, okay? That way you're not gambling with resistance. So I'm a fan of that. If you don't have Popo and Pepe, just use 2 forms of zombie, or just bring 1 and spam it through the resistance, okay? So you have options available to you. Like I said, I'm a fan of this other setup. What else can I say? Make sure that you bring Full Moon on your debuffer, regardless of whether you bring Reaper or Mikazuki, and that's just going to increase your chances of landing the zombie. And I'll quick demonstrate this for you guys. Like I said, super quick. Other than landing zombie, just bring stuff to protect your zombie appliers, because you'll see in the opening turn it's almost all set up for you, especially if you have Mei maxed out. Her duration on the heal is all she needs. She could die after turn 1 if you wanted. So for my setup, I'm using a 6 soul opener. So we have Wei attack from the back of Iron Wall formation. I gain a soul, giving me enough souls for Mikazuki to use and use her S3 and apply zombie on that opening turn. Then we're going to use Mei's S2. So you can see the boss copied it because she casted it. 402,000 is 30% of his HP. And then we're just going to shield up right here to protect our debuffers to meet that victory condition. Remember, we need this to be 2 turns when he has 37% HP left. Alright, you have other options in terms of protecting your Elune. So you could use Trent because that's going to reduce the debuffs that we've talked about in previous videos. The debuffs on this fight are very dangerous, and if you're resisting them, that's good. Trent also heals. So he also bubbles. Trent's a very good option there. You can use Bubble Tea. Okay, the boss, even though the boss is going to copy it, that's fine. Just need to protect your debuffers and you're good to go. So right here we have 37% HP, and we just need to make sure that we get 2 turns of the zombie right here. So he landed the attack. If he got evaded, we could turn swap back to Popo right here, try to land that attack again, or we can just apply zombie using Mikazuki's S3 again. But I had that available because I turn swapped right before this turn. Alright, so you have plenty of options to pull this off. Just meet your conditions. 2-turn zombie, 2-turn heal, and you can see he kills himself when he just cycles his turns. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed. Hope this helps some of you guys out there if you don't have the Alluring Bella strat, or if you're doing this daily, it is quicker. It's half the turns. It's a little bit more reliable. Go ahead and use it. That's it guys. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.